Hey Dad, you probably didn't see this coming, but here goes. For as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to be like my dad. He's always been my role model. One thing I admire about him is his sociability. Despite the fact that the man barely, and I mean barely, cracked 5'5" on the height spectrum, if you're in a room with Doug Fishman, you're going to know him by the end of the night. Although this is one of my dad's many great traits, and I could go on with more, for the sake of everyone here, I'll briefly share 3 examples that highlight my dad's character. The first happened in 2020. In the beginning of the year, my dad closed on a deal for a small business whose business model was based solely off of hotels and weddings. So you can imagine how COVID affected that business. Then, in March, my mother's parents came to town for a quick vacation that ended with them having to stay in our living room for the next 3 months. Although the stress of all this happening absolutely affected him, he never showed it. He hustled, taking his business and having them make meals for feeding Tampa Bay, just to stay afloat during the pandemic. After working hard all day at his job, he would come home, never showing how much stress he was under, and cook for my mom, my grandparents, and me. Despite the extreme stress and pressure he was facing, he never let it show and just fought through it, always remaining happy and pleasant for our entire family. During COVID, my dad showed me how a man handles adversity, and it's something I've admired about him ever since. Another example I'd like to share about my dad actually takes place before I was born. My grandfather passed away unexpectedly a little less than a year before I was born. This greatly affected our family, but it hit my grandma the hardest. Despite the pain my dad was obviously experiencing, he took action, immediately taking care of my grandmother and aunt, just doing whatever he can to help. He took responsibility for his family and made sure everyone was okay and taken care of. This passion helping his family not only came in times of need, but at all times. Often throughout my younger years, my grandma would stay with us for long periods at a time, even when it wasn't convenient. Not only has my dad shown me how to be a great man, but he's also showed me how to be a good son, and I can only hope to live up to the example that he has set. The final story I'd like to share is from my freshman year at Jesuit, during the 21-22 school year. Coming back from COVID, I had serious struggles with anxiety. It wasn't uncommon for me to have a panic attack for basically no reason at all and have to leave school early. My dad nor I had any idea what was wrong with me, but that didn't stop him from springing into action. When I was struggling, he would calm me down, give me a hug, and tell me everything was going to be okay. He did a lot of research and found people who could help me with my anxiety. In times of need, my dad has always been there for me and helped me out with my own personal troubles, and I hope to be like my dad with my own children one day. If I had to describe my dad in 3 words, they would be strong, driven, and caring. My father has been the perfect role model to me for what it means to be a man, father, son, and husband. He's a textbook definition of a man for others, and he is always there for people when they need it. Dad, thanks for being such a great dad. I love you.